guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's have some fun paper crafting. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and a big welcome to all of my new subscribers, and a big thank you to everyone who supports my channel. I really am appreciative. You guys are helping me to continue to grow and make my mark on YouTube. Thank you. So today we're going to take some of our chipboard scraps and some items from the stash, and we are going to make some beautiful 3D tags. And here's what I'm talking about. I'll give you a closer look once we get ready to go over what you're going to need to make it, which isn't going to be a whole lot because we're going to make the cutest rustic little tag, and it's 3D. So y'all know what time it is? It's time to make it. All right, y'all, so here is a closer look at this beautiful tag that I'm going to make using scrap paper, scrap chipboard, and then some little pieces from my stash. And this is scrap, so the piece that I'm working with is 5.5 by 2 3/4. Your scrap size might be different, and you might not even have these little pieces, but hopefully this will inspire some creative ways that you can make 3D tags. So here's what I am using. I have some scrap paper from a recent project that I did, and I have quite a few pieces of scrap chipboard from recent projects that I've done. So basically what I'm going to do is take the scrap, which is 2 3/4 of an inch wide, and I'm going to mount it to this piece. Now this piece is 11 inches long, so I'm going to cut it in half and make it 5.5. Now you might not have scrap pieces that are the same exact size, but you can probably adjust the measurements to fit what you do have. And then I'm going to take this little Dollar Tree pick, and I'm going to use this portion of it. I have these little mini pumpkins that I got from the Dollar Tree, and you can see that they are very 3D pumpkins. And we are going to just take one of those and use those in our project. And all of these things that I'm pulling out are things that I've had since last year. So I went through my bucket and pulled out a few things that might work on this project. I found this old scarecrow broom-like thing that I didn't use last year, but I am going to try to do a craft with this year. But because I have several, I just went through and cut out a few pieces. So for this, I am going to bring in 3 pieces from this little broom, and then I might add some other embellishments as we go along. So I'm going to move this over here because the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to add tape to this piece of chipboard. Now you might not be able to do your project exactly as I'm doing this one, but this will give you a good guide on how we can make some of the cutest little 3D tags for any season, any reason, any gender. So I am going to take this piece and put it down. And because I am making what I consider to be rustic tags, and I like the rustic feel of the back of chipboard, I am not going to put anything on that back. Now, when you do yours, it's totally up to you if you want to add something to the back. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to place it down. And I'm really not going to try to salvage any more of this scrap because it is going to be a very small amount that's left. So I am going to trim out my excess. And then I'll bring in my trimmer. Make sure that's 11. It is, and since I want to try to make same size tags, I am going to cut at 5.5. Now I will need to go back over that score with my finger blade and finish off that cut. So now I have an opportunity to make 2 tags from that one 11 by 2 3/4 inch piece. So now what I'm going to do is I am just going to take my scissors and angle. Then I'll take this piece and I'll put it right there. I'm just going to use my pen to give me an idea of where I need to cut, and then I'll cut right inside of that pen mark. And now I have a sweet little tag shape for me, and I am satisfied with how that looks. So now I'm going to pull in my pumpkin and start building my project. Now the beauty of this is just styrofoam. So these little pieces are going to come out very easily. Then I'm going to take my finger blade. It's a very thin styrofoam, and I'm just going to cut. And that'll give me 2 halves of this pumpkin. And I can pull it apart at this point. Then I am just going to take my finger blade and go on the inside and just hollow out a little bit. I'm not going to take it all out, but I do want to remove a little bit in case I want to add something to the inside. I'll have a place to squeeze it down in. So let's go ahead and clean this up. And now it's just a matter of deciding where you want to place everything. So I'll take this and put it right there. I'm just going to take my 3 little pieces of straw and just kind of tuck those in where I might want them. And all I'm doing right now is just playing with placement. When I get something that I halfway like, then I'm going to leave it alone. And so far I'm okay with what I have here. So I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to place down some glue. And then I'll take my main piece and I'm just going to put it in that glue, and then I'll tuck one of these pieces in. I'll see if I can squeeze this piece in the back of that glue, and then I'll take this piece and I'm just going to tuck it in right there. So this is how I have it right now. Now I might go back and give these a little haircut in just a few minutes, but this is my placement for right now. And because I want to use the stem of my pumpkin, I am simply going to take my scissors and flatten the back side of this. So it cuts so easily, and that will let me put that pumpkin down with the stem on it like that. So now I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to place glue along the outer edge. I'm not going to cover up that little opening where I split it. And then I can take this piece. Let me stand it up for just a minute. And I'm going to push it down like that. Don't y'all think that is so stinking cute? It's the little things that we do sometimes that bring us so much joy. So now I'll be able to take my little stem and put it right in there. So I'll have a stem showing. So I am going to take my glue and I'm just going to put my glue right on the end of that stem because I don't want it coming out. And now I can take it and I'm just going to put it down and put it into place like that. This is really some easy peasy paper crafting. So I'm just going to snip that piece just a little bit because it was too uniform and I want to have just a little bit of difference. And on this one, I don't know if you can see that little guy back there, but I tucked in a little bird. Now I don't have any more of the little birds from my Frank Garcia collection, but I do have butterflies. So I think I'm going to see if I can make this little butterfly work. And I might even bring him up a little bit higher. And I think having him right there is super cute. So I am going to take just a little bit of my hot glue, add some hot glue right there. And I'm going to take this piece and then I'm just going to tuck him right in there. Then I'm also going to take some hot glue and just put a little bit right there because I don't want the little berries moving all over the place. So we're going to put some hot glue to hold those down. And y'all, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. You can do as much or as little to something like this as you want. And I'm going to keep mine fairly simple, but I do want to add just a little bit of glue right in there because I don't want this piece going anywhere either. So I'm going to hold it in place with some hot glue. I'm going to bring in my Crocodile Big Bite, and we're going to punch ourselves a little hole. And now I'm going to take some twine. I'm going to double fold that twine, and I'll feed it through my hole, and I'll pull it. Then I'm just going to cut this to let it hang free. And then I have this little tag that says Autumn. I am just going to add a little bit of glue right along the edge, because now I'm going to take this and just sort of squeeze it in right there. And then I'm going to take just a little dab of glue, put that dab of glue right there. I'm going to take this and roll it just a little. And I'll hold it in place until my glue hardens. And I think that's hardened enough. And don't y'all think that is such an easy but stinking cute little project? We can take our scraps and then pull a few things from your stash, and then you can build up a 3D tag however you want it to be. I am going to bring that first one back in because I really want you guys to get a good look at the simplicity of this, but the beauty of it. These are some gorgeous tags, and these little tags are perfect as gifts. They're perfect to put on your gift bag or your gift box. They have so many different uses, and they're so easy to make. And the beauty of it is we're able to go through our scraps and then pull out some of our stash to make these. The little pumpkins, I think, are just adorable on here. So guys, I hope that you have liked this fun, quick and easy way that we can use our scraps and then shop our stash. If you have liked this project and if it has inspired you, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.